Hey, everybody. Welcome back. This is Soarin Scratchin. We react to things, and we're reacting to something also a little bit different today. Anyway, I am the Eagle fan. My friend over there.
The evil chicken. Bonjour, comment allez-vous? And welcome to Sword and
I
Scratch.
That was very good.
I'm
You,
working on it.
you threw me off on that one.
I'd like to tour some other countries. I'm thinking Canada and France, but only in here because I need a passport and money.
oh,
I lack both of these commodities.
I resemble that statement.
Quebec City,
Um,
I'd like to go
I
to. That'd be cool too.
I was thinking of maybe going to England sometime. I just have to learn the language.
I know it's very hard. It truly is.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
weird language.
Be asking for chips and they'll bring me something entirely different.
What is that? Bangers and mash. What? Actually,
so,
I love bangers. When I was a kid, my favorite meal was a version of bangers and mash. For my birthday, I used to say, "Hey, Ma, can we have hot dog, mashed potatoes, and sauerkraut?" And that was the shiznizzle.
hey,
Just saying.
I remember having that when I was a kid. We would have that.
That's because you were at my place. We were.
Ma- Mashed potatoes were always my favorite. Have always been my favorite. So,
Yeah, mash is pretty righteous.
give me a nice Thanksgiving meal with turkey and mashed potatoes. I'm happy.
You know what? That's actually a good question. From there are recipes that my mom made that I can't duplicate. Her chow mein was phenomenal. There are some of her recipes I don't want to duplicate, but you know, there are some that I do, and it's a shame because it's not written down. So let this be a lesson to you out there.
Yeah.
A, interview your parents and grandparents, not like like a Gestapo interview, but I mean, let me see your papers. No, don't
You
do that.
will tell us everything?
Everything you know about our family history.
Yes.
It's a good thing to do. And also get
Yes.
some recipes down. So there.
I definitely second that opinion because you never know how long they're going to be there.
There you go. And
So
it's something to
find what
pass
you
on to
can.
future generations.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
someday somebody will interview you. They'll come up, can I interview you? And you say, no.
The
Just kidding.
biggest thing that I
Say yes.
remember food wise
Yeah.
with your mom when we were out someplace, I think it was when we were camping that time.
Yeah.
And then we went out someplace to eat. I forget where it was, but I think they just brought the cow from the field and sliced off a piece and threw it on the plate.
The cat was it was still wriggling. It was like, nah, I'm just kidding. It's so weird. What
uh,
did she say?
that part I don't remember. I just I remember you saying it's still mooing, Mom. it
The
it
funny thing is,
yes.
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say that was the first time I had ever actually seen anyone eat anything that rare. That's why that stands out in my mind. It was like,
You when
um,
I was a kid, I couldn't stand rare, and now I adore it. Um,
I, I I
Probably
just
medium rare,
can't.
but I like it.
Psychologically, I can't. The pink just makes me think it's not cooked.
I gotcha. But I love a steak like that now. It's weird how tastes change.
Not like that, I don't think though. You said medium rare, so that's not like
Oh no,
that.
I can still eat rare as long as
Oh,
it's
okay.
warm, and if it's bloody, I'm all right with that.
Nope, not me.
That's okay. I, Dave, let me ask you this: what's the best way to make a steak? You will be judged on this. Just kidding. Just kidding. Actually,
It's actually
that's a
been
good question for below. I know we're not getting to
yeah.
rosé. Rosé is actually a good wine that pairs with steak, though.
There So then this is a perfect conversation.
There we go.
It's got to be on a grill.
Okay.
I haven't had one for a while, but I remember I used to like, because not we don't eat a lot of steak here, so when I do, I got to fire up the grill out back, and throw some get some potatoes, throw them in some foil, put them out there on the grill for a while, let them cook a little bit, then bring the steak out, let it cook good. I need to get rid of the pink. I'm not a fan of the pink, but a little bit of seasoning on it and
Fine.
Wow. So for our final video, but let's let everybody think about that, and we'll discuss it more after we have some rosé.
Well, you're not wrong, but let me just get this in there. Or I could do it later. It's up to you.
Go for it.
Either a hot cast iron skillet or a grill. Very hot. Hot. Maybe some butter. That'll smoke things up. Maybe a little olive oil. I'll make it a little smoky too. Throw it down. No, I take it back. You know what? Let me rewind this. You want to take that piece of meat and put it on the counter. You want to salt it. You want to pepper it. That's it. That's it. Then let it get a little warm, if you will. A hot skillet, cast iron, 3 and 3. Take it off the heat. Put it on a plate. Put some aluminum foil around it. And this is the hard part. Let it rest for 5 minutes.
Okay.
After that 5 minutes,
that was much more specific than any of mine would be.
that piece of beef, sweet baby James.
I don't have a time frame to tell you on mine. Little salt and little pepper, yes. Throw it on the grill, and then at that point, just I have to watch it and see from there.
Gotcha.
But we are reacting to, again, we are going a little out of our normal. We're doing a little K-pop here. This is a singer from the K-pop group Blackpink. Her name is ROSÉ, I believe. I used to call her Rosie, but I see it's got the little hyphen above the E there, so I guess that would be more of a rosé.
I'm too ignorant to know.
The song is On the Ground. So I have heard this. My friend over there hasn't.
No, this is brand new territory for moi.
So after showing him the song from Jisoo, I said, you know what? Let's show him this one too. And see what he thinks. I think this one's going to be a little bit more pop heavy than the other one was. And everyone out there also let me know. In my mind, when I first heard this, all I could initially think of was Taylor Swift. And I'm not really a fan of Taylor Swift or anything, but just it had that sound to me when I first heard it. Let me know if I am close to being even right on that, or if I am so far off that who knows. So let me know.
Fair enough.
So with that said, let's get over to this other screen. Are we ready?
I believe we are.
Okay, let's do this.
That's not good.
Probably not. That's definitely not.
My life's been magic, seems fantastic. I used to have a hole in the wall with a mattress. Funny when you want it, suddenly you have it. You find out that your goal's just plastic. Every day, every night, I've been thinking back on you and I. Every day, every night, I work my whole life just to
pause it there. I'll go back just a bit, just to get your early thoughts on that.
I was a little bit, whoa, I don't know. And then she went dubsteppy, and I was like, all right, I kind of like that.
I actually thought that's where it was going to lose you.
No. That's where it got me. Before that, I was like, yeah, okay. And then there was like a couple of lyrics. I was like, oh, that's not bad. That's pretty cool. and then the dubstep hit, and I'm like, wop, 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 wop.
I learned something new about you all the time.
You don't hear much dubstep these days. I think it's come and gone, but it's nice to hear. It's nice to harken back to younger days.
Okay. So let's hear the rest.
Sure.
My world's been hectic, seems electric, but I've been waking up with your voice in my head, and I'm trying to send a message and let you know that every single minute I'm without you, I regret it. Every day, every night, I've been thinking back on you and I. Every day, every night, I work my whole life just to get right, just to be like, look at me, I'm never coming down. I work my whole life just to get high, just to realize everything I need is on the, everything I need is on the ground. On the ground. Everything I need is on the ground. But they don't hear me though. You walk over, I must come down. But they don't hear me though. You're running out of time. I'm way up in the clouds, and they say I made it now, but I figured it out. Everything I need is on the ground. Just drove by your house, so far from you now, but I figured it out. Everything I need is on the, everything I need is on the ground. On the ground. Everything I need is on the ground. But they don't hear me though. On the ground. But they don't hear me though. Everything I need is on the ground.
Okay. That was ROSÉ on the ground. Let's go
Fair
back
enough.
over to the other screen here if I can find it. There we go.
All righty.
Thoughts,
Well,
sir?
I think she's a grounded young lady. But that's the
I
theme
see
of the
what
song.
you did there.
So I liked it. I think that
Yeah.
it's an important reminder. There's nothing wrong with having your dreams crushed. No, just kidding. I'm sorry,
Wow.
being silly.
No.
There's absolutely. It seems like a realistic view, and you could tell that the lyrics talk about a little bit, hinted at romance, but you know what, I needed you then, and lifted you up on a pedestal, and lo and behold, now everything I need is on the ground. So I don't need that fantasy life that we've been living. No.
There you go.
There you are. I'm grounded.
Yeah.
Take that. That's all I got. What are you thinking?
Now,
And the dubstep was cool.
The question I'm going to ask here, and this is if there are any, and let's see if I've got. I believe the term is blinks out there. I believe that's what their fans are called. I don't know. I'd have to look into the credits or anything for this song or some more details.
Mm-hmm.
In parts of it there, where there's not quite a little rap in the background. It's not really rapping, but it's rap adjacent, I guess. Is that her or is that... Well, is that her? Is that Lisa? Or someone entirely different? And I know that means nothing to you. Lisa is
you're right there. It's true.
Is one of the other singers from from
Jet Black,
Blackpink, and they do,
Blackpink.
and she does rapping during the songs. So
Gotcha. Um, I do know what you mean about in the song. I don't know. I think it could be her, but that would be cool. It would be a nice little throwback.
the
Um,
the part like at the end there where it was like, so was it stop, but I don't need you now or something like that. That
yeah, something.
that was kind of like in the background there. I don't know if that was her or not.
That's cool.
It could very
I
well have
don't know.
been. It could have just been her, and I wasn't picking it up right. It just the tone of the voice reminded
Exactly.
me a little
The
bit.
tone shifts,
Yeah,
which is cool. It shifts for the refrain.
yeah.
It's neat.
It sounds a little bit like the tone of this other singer that's in the group, Lisa. So
Interesting. Well, there you go. You know what? You might very well have cracked the code there.
I could be way off.
Well, you know what though? I think it's not. Hey, it's an educated decision
And it's
or
something where
hypothesis.
if I don't know a year ago or so you would have told me that you'll be potentially guessing differences between K-pop singers.
Yeah, you know what? But that's
I
good.
would not have expected that. But this has been a fun journey. I have tried to get rid of the the glasses of I don't know what I want to call it.
uh, Youth
Almost
or ignorance.
youth, ignorance, all of that. Yes.
You know what?
The,
You know
the,
what? You're
the elitism, the
yeah,
only this right here, this little box of music. That's the
yeah.
only thing I'm gonna call music.
Yeah,
And
but you know what? You've matured. I've matured. Believe it or not. but but yeah, I mean, we grew up a little bit, and that's a good thing because it shows you that you're not the only thing out there. You know,
yeah, yeah.
and that's important. It's important to say that the world is not just yours; it's everyone's. So share it appropriately.
Yeah. I mean, anymore, I am good with most groups. Not saying that I like listening to most groups. You know, there's a lot
Mhm.
of groups out there that I would not listen to. And I will try not to speak down to or about different groups. Now, don't get me wrong. Nickelback sucks.
I I hear that Chad is one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet.
I've
Dave, let me show you something. Look at this photograph. Oh, sorry. That's all
check.
I got. That's brilliant.
So, see, I've just heard other stories that say
Really? Oh, you
crazy.
see now, I don't know those stories. It's interesting. This has been an interesting story night. You know,
So
we've
yeah,
talked
it
about
has.
people that we've never met, but
There are two names I could say right now that we would agree on, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want to take this video that direction.
fair enough, brother man. I appreciate. And
All
we're
I will
cool.
say is, on purpose. I'm sorry, everybody out there.
Yeah.
Inside joke.
That was friggin' awesome. Yeah, we won't do that.
So, if you guys can let us know any other suggestions or ideas.
How about that rosé?
Yeah. What do you think about rosé?
It goes
What do
great
you-
with a medium rare steak.
There you go. What do you think about Blackpink, about K-pop in general, about us kind of expanding our borders here a little bit and going to...
Definitely.
I personally, I want to just hear as much as I can while I can.
I like
'Cause
that.
that kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Is you never know.
Oh
So
yeah, that's true. That's true. But it's so important to expand one's horizons.
now the only thing that has lacked
Yes.
because of the fact that that's kind of how I'm listening to things now, which is trying to listen to many different things,
Right.
is I'm not getting that like when I was younger. This is my favorite group. I'm going to listen to everything from them. And then, okay, this is my favorite group. I'm not getting that. So I
Yeah.
joined some of those different fan club pages on Facebook, but I don't have the knowledge of a lot of those true fans, especially this day and age. A question that I can never answer with any of these groups that I've been listening to since we've been on this journey is,
Right.
so what was your favorite album? I have no idea. I know songs. I couldn't even tell you what albums most of those songs were on because what I'm hearing is basically off of things like YouTube, where I'm just watching the video here. That's how I now know the song. I don't know the album that came out on and what other songs were with them. There's only a couple of albums recently that I've heard, where I've actually listened to from start to finish.
Right.
And some of those were when I had that blog where I was doing some album reviews, which maybe I'll get back to that again at some point in time.
It's a cool concept.
But it's just with everything else going on, that kind of fell through the wayside there. So I don't have. I'm hearing more of a broad amount and not necessarily the full depth. I guess that might be the best way to.
That was cool. Yeah, I see. I agree with you 99%, because that 1% is Avatar, and I can tell you where the songs come from on the albums. God dog it, I love that band.
I feel like a proud papa now.
Yeah, you should. You should. Yeah, Daddy, you gave birth to me.
Just to fill anyone in out there, I first found out about them because they were opening for a group that I wanted to see, and then I basically then introduced him to them,
Changed my
not
life.
knowing no
Changed
idea how he was going to.
my life. Just is awesome. Just a great freaking band.
Oh yeah, if you can see them, do it.
You gotta see him live.
I know he knows much more about that band right now than I do, because I still couldn't tell you albums. A lot of times when you were talking about the different things and the different albums, I was like, oh, okay. I know the
But
song.
you know what though? That's cool. I mean, but you're absolutely right though. It's I enjoy albums, but people use YouTube these days.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's not like when we were a kid, you'd go to the store and you'd buy the.
advertisements.
Yeah. It's not like when we were a kid, we'd go to a store and you'd buy the tape.
Yeah, or you'd actually have. There was this chain called Listening Booth, because there were these things called listening booths, and you could listen to a record, believe it or not, or or a cassette before you bought it. Shocking.
Oh man, that's going way back.
We're living in the future. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And back in our day, we would walk uphill to school
Yes.
in the snow.
All the time.
Both ways. So let us know your thoughts. And while you're down there, a like, comment, subscribe. Click on that little bell if you want to know when we have a new video out. It's always appreciated.
We won't push it. We're not gonna,
So sorry. Hopefully, me
that.
doing that didn't just then have a bunch of people going click, click, click.
That's all good. It's okay. So
So thank you guys for joining us.
indeed.
We will actually pin a comment that catches our eye down below.
Or best recipe. How do you
Okay.
take your steak?
So how do you like your meat? Oh. God damn. I'm sorry.
Ah,
We're not getting too far off track here.
no,
We never do that.
no.
Thank you guys again. Please be good to each other. Pay it forward. Find a nice activity, action you can do for someone and have them pay it forward.
Choose to be kind.
Yeah. One little act can make a difference. I mean, I know I'm in a much better mood if I walk by and somebody says something nice to me as I'm walking by unexpectedly. Not expecting it, and suddenly now you're cheer up a little bit. Even something simple like that.
Yeah, spread a smile.
Yeah.
You know,
Even though
it's a
coming
good
from
thing.
this area, we might not be used to that.
Well,
I remember one of the trips for work, one of the first times going down to like a southern casino
yes.
and just walking through the hall there, and there were some guests walking by, and they looked at me and, "Good morning, how are you?" And my first thought was, what do they want?
Yeah, it's the Northeast,
Yeah.
baby.
Oh, yeah.
We don't, we've been hurt, and therefore we don't trust. So,
And we're
you
also
know,
always in a hurry.
we really are, and we should really take some advice from that, I think. Maybe the Europeans have it right. Maybe we need to take off like 2 hours in the afternoon, you know? I mean, my pharmacy, CVS, already does that. CVS,
Yeah.
we're at lunch.
Hey, it's good if you can do it.
Ask your pharmacist
I,
about the best places to eat, because we won't be here between the hours
see, I wouldn't mind
of of noon and 2.
I wouldn't mind those couple hours in the afternoon.
I'm just saying, and you're right.
But
You're absolutely right.
I don't know if
And
the
I,
people out there know, but I've had open heart surgery in the past. Look up Marfan Syndrome. Look at the symptoms. Look and see. There might be people out there that have it and don't know it. Might be people in your family, might be friends. Double check that if you get a chance. It's something that I have, something's in my family, and one of the things it can affect is the heart. So you don't want that surprise. For me, luckily it wasn't a surprise. They saw it happening early. I was able to then schedule and have an open heart surgery. So I'm sorry. Back to what we were talking about,
well,
though.
nothing to apologize. I think that's an excellent thing to do. We should probably do that more often, actually. Um,
The only thing is, I
yeah,
just realized I was talking to my mic instead of to the camera. So
it sounded
I
heartfelt to me,
apologize.
and nothing to apologize for.
For some reason, in my mind, I'm looking at the lights here, so I'm like, I gotta talk to the lights. I gotta talk to those lights. So during that time after that operation, before going back to work,
Right.
I just remember having an afternoon nap every day. And my first day back to work, when the afternoon rolled around, and I was like, what do you mean I can't nap?
Where the hell's the milk and cookies?
that there is something to be said about a good afternoon nap.
They're delicious.
Which
They're
A does
delicious.
mean I'm getting old. I understand that. What was they say back when you were a little kid,
Yeah.
being sent to your room
Right.
by yourself was a
Oh yeah, that was the worst.
a punishment.
Please
Now,
send me to my room. Please.
okay, I'll take a nap. Which also,
Exactly.
not anything we're doing here, but another little tip for anybody out there: if you're going to Disney anytime, if you go there in the morning, go back to your room during the afternoon, get that little nap in before you go back for the evening.
Oh yeah,
You will
it's
thank
you
me.
know, and if you have kids, you're right. You're absolutely right. And if you have kids, it's a damn good idea to do that because some kids will just they're tired and they'll have friggin' meltdowns, and then the parents will be like, "We're tired and we're having a friggin' meltdown," and there's a lot of meltdowns in the happiest place on earth. So go get a damn nap.
Yes. Man, we have been all over the freaking place. I
What do you mean?
apologize.
This is about Rosé. Let me tell you, if Rosé were in Disney World, she'd be getting a nap in the afternoon. You know,
There you go.
she'd be like, "This is great.
Because
I'm tired. I'm going back and getting a nap."
that's what a grounded person would do.
That's exactly. Thank you. Thank you.
So if you've made it this far,
We love you. God bless you.
thank you very, very much.
Indeed.
So please, we've already told you to be good to each other probably 20 minutes ago.
Something along.
Thank you guys again. Until next time, take care, everybody.
Peace.
Bye.